Welcome back to Dumb Crimes and Criminals. I am your host, Rick. You're now tuned into the funniest true crime podcast in the world. Word. One more time, man. We back in the building. We here. You already know. Please, I appreciate the listenership. My listenership is growing every episode. I definitely appreciate that. Please feel free to help me spread the word about this podcast. Just tell somebody about the podcast. Word of mouth goes a long way. You understand what I'm saying? So just, you like what you're hearing, you think it's funny, spread the word, tell somebody about the podcast. I definitely appreciate it. Help me grow. And man, I got a wild story for y'all, man. We gonna go. I got this one from the New York Post, and let's get to it, cause this right here, man. This is one of them stories, man. This is a wild story. It says Cameron Jeffrey Wilson, 27, was carrying a pistol in his front pocket while in his Kashmere, Washington apartment on April 5th when the firearm accidentally discharged and pierced his groin and thigh. So my man Jeffrey was just walking around the crib, had the gun in his front pocket, which is okay. So he had the gun in his front pocket. Was it cocked? Was he fiddling with it? I don't know. But it says he had it in his front pocket. The gun accidentally discharged, pierced him in his groin and his thigh. Wilson, who's a 13-time convicted felon. Wilson was a 13-time convicted felon, told his girlfriend to dispose of the weapon before heading to the hospital. So off rip, he said, listen, let's get this out of here. So what you gonna say? Somebody shot you? I don't know. When the ex-con finally went to the hospital, a balloon of marijuana slipped out his anus while a doctor was operating on the gunshot wound. What is going on? My man is laid out on the hospital table, getting operated on, and a bag of weed fall out your butt? The doctor probably was like, yo, this is the craziest shit I ever seen in my life. The doctor had to. He had to. Ain't no way you're gonna be sitting there operating on a gunshot wound on the groin and the thigh area, and you see a bag of weed falling out the patient butt. What's going on? Ain't no way, yo. I know that doc was like, yo. When that doc went home, he told his wife, listen, man, I got a story for your ass. This is wild. I'm in here, man. Guy came in with a bullet wound to the groin. I'm getting the bullet out, and a bag of marijuana fell out his butt. Hey, man. It says cops also arrived at the hospital when alerted of the gunshot wound and searched Wilson's car, where they discovered a bag of meth in the blood-stained jeans he was wearing when he shot himself. Cheddar Bob. If you don't know who Cheddar Bob is, go watch 8 Mile. Okay, so not only did you shoot yourself, you had a bag of weed in your butt and a bag of meth in your pocket. You just going for it. You just woke up and said, yo, I'm going for it. You know what I'm saying? Like you just on one. You know what I'm saying? You just on one. The officers issued an arrest warrant for Wilson, and he turned himself in to the police on April 18th. Okay, so after all this, he still got an arrest warrant. He had to turn himself in. Then it says, as he was being processed at the Chelan County Regional Justice Center, Wilson was strip searched and another balloon of marijuana slipped out his anus. Why you got so many bags of weed in your ass? Why you boofing and you ain't in jail? You at your crib with a bag of weed in your ass? Why? What's going on? Yo, You turn yourself in. You pulled up. They want to issue the arrest warrant. You turned yourself in. And you tried to sneak a bag of weed in your ass. My man, what's going on with you and weed in your ass? You know what I'm saying? That's another story for another day, I'm assuming. Because apparently that's where you stash, apparently you stash weed in your ass. That's just where you keep your weed. I don't want to smoke with you. I don't smoke. I don't want to smoke with you. If I did, I hope your homies know where you get your weed from. You understand what I'm saying? When you pull up with the weed, I hope they know where your weed came from or where your weed was just stored at. I hope they know that. You understand? I hope they know that. I hope they know where your weed was just stored before they just go and roll up with you. While in jail, Wilson made a number of calls to his girlfriend and asked her not to cooperate with investigators working on the case. My man. While in jail, Wilson made a number of calls to his girlfriend and asked her not to cooperate with investigators working on his case. My man, do you not know that these phones are monitored? Do you not know that they read your mail before you do? Do you not know that they're listening in on every time yo dumbass pick that phone up? Do you know they're listening to you? Do you know that they hear what you're saying on the phone? Do you know that they hear you telling your girlfriend, yo, don't cooperate with them? You know they hear you saying that, right? The convicted felon was charged with possession of a firearm, unlawful possession of meth, possession of a controlled substance in a correctional facility, and 4 counts of tampering with witnesses. Okay. Let's rewind. Oh, and they gave him a $110,000 bill. Let's rewind. You're a convicted felon. You're charged with possession of a firearm. You are walking around your home. You're walking around your home, right? Your crib, your house, your sanctuary, with a loaded gun in your front pocket. The gun went off. You shot yourself. Unlawful possession of meth. I don't know if you're selling meth or using meth. You had meth on you. They found meth in your bloodstained pants. Possession of a controlled substance in a correctional facility. You went, first of all, this is the second bag of weed you had in your ass, because when you got shot and you went to the doctor and he was operating on you, a bag fell out, which is crazy. A bag falling out your ass is crazy. A bag of weed fell out. They said it fell out. My thing is this. Why did you move to go to the hospital? Like, I can understand, yo, I'm about to turn myself in. I'm about to boof this bag. I'm stressed out. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to bring some weed in here, whatever the case. Why are you boofing to go to the fucking hospital? You just shot yourself in the leg and you're stuffing your ass with weed to take to the hospital? You can't smoke in the hospital? Like, I understand trying to do that to jail. You could, you know what I'm saying? You could sell it. You could trade it. You know what I'm saying? You can, you smoke it, get stressed out. You can sell it for some food, whatever the case, right? Phone time, whatever you need. I understand that. That could be used as a bargaining tool, whatever the case. But why are you going to the doctor or the hospital, emergency room at that? Because you got a gunshot wound. Why are you going to the emergency room with a bag of weed in your ass? That means you was walking around your house on a random fucking Thursday with a bag of weed in your ass, just chilling in your ass for no reason, and a loaded gun in your front pocket and meth on you? Like, you live a wild life. You living a wild life, my man. Like, for real, you got too much going on. You got too much going on. Like, for real. You just randomly, like, you didn't even think that, yo, I don't need this weed where I'm going. Like, I'm going to the hospital for a gunshot wound that I did myself. It ain't even like I was in an altercation and someone did this to me. Like, I gotta explain this shit, and this is something that I did to myself. Crazy, right? And not only that, you stuffed your ass, man. I can't get over that because it's just like, that's just so unnecessary. That is so unnecessary. You did not need to do that. You did not need to boof no weed going to the hospital. Then when you turn yourself in to jail, you get caught again. Yo, my man, boofing ain't your thing, my nigga. Boofing ain't your thing. Like, you don't know how to boof right, your ass loose. I don't know what you got going on. Salute to you. But boofing ain't your thing, my man. You know what I'm saying? You best off just turning yourself in and just trying to find weed on a tier, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. I'm buying some weed off somebody in the house type situation, because you and your smuggling, you're not good at it. It's not your thing. You know, you got to work on that. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real, you got to work on your smuggling. For real. Because the first situation of a bag of weed dropping out your ass is crazy. All right? That's crazy. That's wild. Then you got the situation, you try to bring it into the jail, which is crazy, because why would you risk that? You know what I'm saying? Like, for real, man. Like I said, man, you got a lot going on. I don't know if you smoking the meth or dealing the meth. $110,000 bond. $110,000 bail. I don't know, man. Like, for real, I don't know. This is wild, man. And on top of that, it's like, yo, my man, you at your crib. Why are you walking around with a gun in your front pocket? Like, why do you need a gun in your front pocket? That don't make no sense to me. And it's loaded. Or was you playing with that joint? Like, for real, it gotta be more than you just walking around with it in your front pocket, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it had to be loaded or something like that, and then, you know, whatever the case. But I don't see a gun just randomly going off all just because it's in your front pocket. You know what I'm saying? You need a couple pounds of pressure for the trigger, to my knowledge. That's wild, though. For real. That's wild. That's this story here is this one here, man. I don't know, man. It's up there though, man. It's up there, man. I done told a few crazy stories on here, man. You know, if this is your first time coming across this podcast, please feel free to check out previous episodes. They all like this. You know what I'm saying? Because if I didn't think the story was wild, I wouldn't even bring it to the platform. So I wouldn't even make an episode out of it if I didn't think it was deserving of that. You know what I mean? So if this is your first time hearing Dumb Crimes and Criminals, the funniest true crime podcast in the world, check the other episodes out, and then you make the judgment for yourself on which is the wildest story that I've told so far. You know what I'm saying? This is one of them. This got to be one of them. This guy, I would say that this is one of them, just for the simple fact that he did a lot, man. You know, you did a lot, man. You shot yourself. Then a bag of weed fell out your ass. Then they went and searched your car and all that, found meth. Then they issued a warrant for you. You turn yourself in, and another bag of weed dropped out your ass. You got a lot going on. He got a lot going on. You understand what I'm saying? But, hey, man, that's what this podcast is about. It's Dumb Crimes and Criminals. So, on that note, I'm about to sign out. Again, man, thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for rocking with me. And we here, man. This is the Dumb Crimes and Criminals podcast. I am your host, Rick. You want to email me, send me stories, reach out about some business, hit me at thedccpodcast@gmail.com. That will be in the description. And I'm out of here.